Hi, my name is Gracie Isley. This is my diversity video. To start, diversity to me is just representation. Having different races and cultures in the same area and population and community is what makes diversity what it is. Cultural awareness to me is like respect, understanding different cultures and how they view the world. It may be different from yours, but that's their culture, but you need to respect that, and that's what they view, and you may have a different view, but it's still their culture, and what it means to them is different from what it can mean to you. So early on, I remember kindergarten, I went to this church school, and it was very predominantly white kids, and I didn't see a lot of different kids of different races around me in kindergarten at this church school. But once I went to a different elementary school. I went to a separate place for kindergarten, then I moved to a different place for the rest of my elementary school. I went to this place called Millis Road in Jamestown, North Carolina. It was part of Guilford County Schools, and I remember a lot of different kids of different races and backgrounds and cultures at Millis Road. I wasn't surrounded by just white people. There were a lot of different kids of different values and races and backgrounds and stuff. And then middle school, same thing. There were a lot of different kids from different backgrounds and races and cultures. Same thing in high school. I was never surrounded by just my race. I was surrounded by different kids of different races and cultures. Education-wise, how has that shaped me and my views on diversity, inclusion, and cultural differences? I think growing up, my parents didn't talk a lot about race, but I read a lot of stuff online, and in this world today, it's hard to ignore social issues and race issues and stuff like that, and diversity is a very important issue in today's world. And at school, I was especially in high school, I took AP World and AP World, which taught me a lot about different cultures and different races and stuff, and that like helped me with diversity and stuff, like how like I was just taught like a bunch about different stuff, and how cultural differences should not be like disrespected or like viewed as weird or anything. Like, you shouldn't, just because something in someone else's culture maybe seem weird to you doesn't mean it's weird to them, right? It's something in their culture that they view as a normal part of their lives. And I was taught about that in AP World because we were being taught about all these different cultures, and well, it was this thing called culture shock. Like, you like find something so odd, so weird about a different culture, but it's not, it's not because that's not normal in that culture, you know what I mean? So yeah. But growing up, I have learned a lot about diversity and inclusion in cultural stuff. I try my best to be aware of that stuff, and because I want to be able to talk to people about it and really discuss important stuff today that like diversity. So this semester I've been working with the LGBTQ Center, and LGBTQ stuff is part of diversity too. Like, being gay or straight is also a part of diversity and inclusion. And it's really helped me. I'm non-binary too, so it's really helped me connect with that part of myself. And it's very inclusive. Like, the whole organization strives to be inclusive and diverse in their operations. So yeah, it's really helped me understand more of that. So some of the events that I went to was a clothing workshop where we like set out clothes for the trans and gay community, like clothes specifically for them and stuff like that, and that was really cool to see because it was bringing some inclusivity to like them. It was, you have clothes for them and stuff, and it was really cool. And another event I went to was like a Halloween thing where it was for drag queens. Drag queens were like reading stories, and that was really cool. That was like, you know, it was, drag queens are kind of like being targeted nowadays by certain people, but that was including them and stuff, and that was really cool. So yeah, I think because I have so much knowledge about like LGBTQ stuff now, I think that's really gonna help me with my like social work practice. Also, like when I practice, I hope I will be able to understand different cultures and diversity and stuff like that. I'm always going to respect people and where they come from, and I don't think just because you're of a different culture or a different race or a different background, it's not like I'm gonna like disrespect you or treat you differently. Like, respectfulness is a key thing, and understanding different cultures and understanding different peoples and stuff like that is really important. So yeah.